Say it, sister.
Hello.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about growing up Gen X. You know, the last surviving generation without the internet.
Woo-hoo, raise the roof. Where we used to stay out until the porch lights came on. Then you had to go inside.
Well, ours was the street light
Mm-hmm.
because that came on automatically. You could turn your porch light on and off.
Yeah, true.
But she was almost there.
And where you drank from the water hose. You didn't. I did.
I never did. It smelled.
Eh,
I've always been a water snob.
it was just kind of hot water instead of nice cold water. Where we had a lot of freedom. Like I used to ride my bike all around our city and out in the country roads, and
Which I had no idea. I thought she was in her room reading. I had no idea she actually got up. But what did you ride? What bike did you ride, Renee?
oh, I rode a bike that was won by a pet of the 50s. They used to have little races in the balls, and she won.
Who knew?
I didn't really remember though why I got it and you did
Because I was
not.
too young.
Oh,
I was like
so why
second
are you
grade or
mad
something.
then?
Because I won it. They should have just put it on a shelf somewhere waiting for me to take over.
And we were the last generation to not have internet.
Yeah.
We grew up without it. No cell phones, no.
Yeah, that's what I meant in the beginning of the introduction when I said we were the last. Anyway, yes, she is correct. There was no internet when we were growing up. We had a card catalog at the library.
Yes, we
We
did.
had no Google
And we had to sign our name on the cards when you signed out the books. Mm-hmm.
on actual paper.
Yep. Actual card that was in the book. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Now, let's talk about how we deal with things now that we're older
okay.
because of the way that we grew up.
Okay.
Like,
Give me an example.
when you're going to work sick, you don't just call off and stay home. You tough it out
And
you
get
go to
everybody
work.
else sick.
Uh-huh. That's the way it works.
Great decisions.
Mm-hmm. And figure it out, problem solve. If you're out in the middle of the woods and somebody falls, you got to figure out how to get them help because we didn't have cell phones.
It's true.
Uh-huh. Tear your shirt up and tie it around their leg.
Yeah, because that
Climb
happened all the
mountains.
time.
Climb mountains.
Yeah, and yeah, our hometown we had lots of mountains.
No focusing on feelings. Your feelings didn't matter. You toughed it out.
Well, yeah, you couldn't say anything like you're sad or anything because then you get made fun of. You can't have any weakness. Bullies were just like a regular thing. I mean, it was not. There was no bully zones. There was always a bully, whether it was in your own house or whether it was at school, library, at a roller skating rink, everywhere.
You were labeled sensitive if you shared feelings.
Crybaby.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what about you guys? Is there anything that you think as Gen Xers that we, are able to handle better or worse? Like we didn't handle feelings well, that's obvious. But what do you guys think? Write it down below and tell us how you think we're doing better or worse because growing up Gen X.
Okay, we're going to play a little game.
Uh-oh.
We'll see how well she knows her music. I'm only allowed to say doot, doot, doot. That's
Oh
it.
my God. I'm not going to be good at this at all.
She will be. They are such known songs.
Are we talking 70s or
No,
80s?
80s.
Okay.
80s.
That helps.
All right. So here we go. Do 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 do
I want to be.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
you know it. It's on the tip of your
I
tongue.
want to be
Physical.
physical.
Yeah.
Olivia
There
Newton-John.
you go. I gave her a little hint. Let's see if she
Well, the
gets.
microphone's right there, so I'm
Oh,
sure they know.
oh, true. Okay, how about this one? Do 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 do.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
No.
Puff the Magic
Yeah, it fits. It
Dragon.
does, but that's not the song.
You're gonna have to do some more.
Do 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 do.
All I hear is Puff the Magic Dragon now.
Think Bon Jovi.
Ah, all I think is Puff the Magic Dragon.
Living on a prayer.
Ah,
One for me. Here's another one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do
well,
do.
with somebody who
Yes, yes,
loves me.
yes,
Oh, I want to. Whitney Houston.
yes.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
One more. You
Okay.
ready? So it's 2-1. Um, do 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 do. Do 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 do.
You're gonna have to do it again.
Okay. Do 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 do
Not my
do.
lover. She's just a girl who says I am the one. Oh, Michael Jackson. But the kid is not my
What's
son.
the
Something
title?
like that. What's the title?
Billie Jean.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
All right, she
Well, you
got
got
it
the
two
hard
to
part.
two.
Yeah. That's it. So we
All right, we
tied.
tied. Yay!
Okay. All right. Um.
Wait, let's ask them. What are your guys'? What are like your
Good point.
top favorite '80s songs? Like, what are some of the ones that just when you hear it, you immediately think summertime or back to school or driving around in your Chevy Chevette or, you know,
Your yellow Camaro.
so, what songs bring the 80s back for you guys?
How about movies?
Oh
Like
boy.
what movies? There's so many. I just can't
Yeah.
even.
I was a Brat Packer. I loved all of
Hmm.
those.
Those are some good
Pretty in
ones.
Pink and
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Yeah. St. Elmo's Fire.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was a sucker for all those Brat Packers.
Um.
And Goonies. Can't
Oh.
forget Goonies. Good movie.
Oh. Yeah. All right. I've got some phrases that were popular, words that were popular back when we were growing up in the 80s.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of bodacious?
You mean like bodacious tatas?
Yes.
That means like really full and big and
Yes.
beautiful. You can have a bodacious bum too.
Hmm. How about gnarly, dude?
Cool. Right?
No, there's
No?
more gross. Like,
Oh,
well,
like
that's
gnarly.
gnarly. Yeah.
Really? I always
Yeah.
thought it was more like gnarly,
Mm-mm.
like excellent.
What if I said you're a wannabe?
That you're jealous.
You're no, that you're fake. You
Oh,
want to be like a movie star, but you're not really acting like one.
wow.
No?
No, not
Interesting
heard
that
that
we
one.
have different
Well, you're
interpretations.
4 years older than I am.
Well, okay. Totally tubular.
Did you just watch that movie that has
No.
all of them in it?
No, I wrote these down from what I was thinking.
Totally tubular. Um,
Blows your mind, like totally tubular.
wow. I've heard of it, but I thought it was another way for like way cool.
How about eat my shorts?
Suck my.
No, I never said that one. I didn't. Not
That's
till I
kind
was older.
that's kind of what I think it means.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you think it means?
um, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
because you didn't say it.
Okay. I want my MTV.
I think everybody knows what that is. I want my MTV.
Yeah. but it started in the 80s.
Ah, so you just wanted to make that point.
Yes.
And back then, it was only music videos. There was no
Yeah.
reality TV.
Mm-mm.
It was strictly video, and then you had your VCR in ready to record because it was gonna. They would let you know within the hour what was coming up, and you would hit record when your favorite music video came out. That was the beginning of music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Was MTV.
How about Gag Me with a Spoon?
Gross, gross.
How about Duh?
I think that's trans. I think everybody can understand.
What you talking about, Willis?
That was just a catchphrase from a TV show.
Yeah, but it was popular. Popular.
Popular.
How about Take a Chill Pill?
Relax.
Mhm. Where's the beef?
That was from a commercial from Wendy's.
With an older lady.
Yes, because everybody's patties were so small, except for Wendy's. Wendy's had the big square patties, so the old lady would say, "Where's the beef?" to everybody else.
How about Bodacious? I already said that one, didn't
Yeah.
I? How about Psych?
Just kidding.
Psych. How about Wastoid? You're just a wastoid.
Yeah, that's before my you're just stupid. You're a
Sure,
waste of space.
sure.
Oh, well.
Um, what about, did I say Gag Me with a
You
Spoon?
did.
How about You Poser?
You fake
Yeah, pretty much.
loser.
Loser. That's a big one. How about Bitchin'?
Way cool.
Yeah. Fresh. Cool. The
Okay.
best.
Kind
Um,
of meant like new or original
that's all I have. For sure.
for sure.
Yeah, but we said for sure. That's all I have.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Can you think of any words we left out that you might have said? Like I know I we used to say cool beans when something was really
Cool beanies, Jeannie.
I didn't say that. I just said cool beans. Well, I think that wraps up this episode of being a Gen Xer. What do you think?
I think we have more to talk about.
Okay,
It's only been 10 minutes.
that's all we have
So,
on our
like,
list.
I know, but we can talk more about growing up Gen X.
Okay.
Like, not the porch light, the lamppost on the corner when it comes on.
Yeah.
Um, what else?
Everybody's parents would take care of the kids. Like if they caught you doing something wrong, the next thing you know, everybody that was involved, their parents knew, and you knew you couldn't really get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but that also plays into if you got hurt and you were
True.
like a couple streets away from your house, that you knew whose house you could go to. Um, and there was our parents really didn't know where we were,
No, that's another thing.
which as a parent bringing my kids up in the early 2000s,
That never happened.
never, never, unless
No.
they were at somebody else's house. And those parents just let them go off, but not even kids that would come to our house. I wouldn't let them just go off and run around. Um, see what else. Yeah, everybody watched the news. So neighborhoods were different because people didn't really move a lot.
True.
Like you got a house and you stayed there for a good 10, 15 years. So that's why people always knew their neighbors. And we didn't have like neighborhood cookouts and stuff. Like we didn't close down the streets and have, a neighborhood gathering. People just knew each other from being outside. Um, yeah.
Wasn't a lot of divorce. That was very
It wasn't
Not taboo, but
yeah, it wasn't unheard of, so it wasn't like shocking like probably back in our parents' time,
mhm.
but it not a lot of it happened. Oh, there was spanking
Yes.
in public. Um, yeah, I mean that was you would always wonder what the kid did. If you're in the middle of your grocery store and you see a mom wailing on a kid, you're like, "Oh, geez, what did he do?" Um,
Paddling in school as well.
yeah, yes. Lucky for me, that in elementary school we had a principal that would not spank girls. Got lucky there.
Boy,
Um,
did she.
and then in middle school, I became friends with the principal's daughter, so that worked in my favor too. Um,
I never had anything happen that don't let her roll your eyes. I was a good girl. I did what I was told. I was quiet.
she was
I never really got in trouble. I did quiet things that nobody really would notice.
sneaky.
Sneaky, yeah, that's a good way to put
Um,
it.
yeah, like driving. When we learned to drive, there was no GPS, so
True.
like you had to look on an actual
Uh,
map. People kept maps in their car.
I got lost so many times.
And then you had to find a payphone.
To call home if you were lost. Tell
Yeah.
them that story about you.
So get my license. Was actually finally able to take one of my friends because we weren't when we first got our license. We weren't allowed to have friends in the car to distract us. But finally get permission to go out on a Saturday night. Took my neighbor down the street. Her and I went to this. So in our where we live, there was an interstate that went all the way around, and then there was an interstate that went through. And to get to the movie theater, all I had to do was hop on the one that went around, hop on that, two exits, bam, there's the movie theater. Well, to get to our town, you could use the up and down interstate, or there was two entrances into our town. So I should have just stayed on the round one and go that way. But no, I knew what I was doing. So I decided to try the up and down and go in our town that way. Well, I should have gone south, but I went north instead. And it was raining, and they were all worried about us because by the time I finally stopped to find a pay phone, it was like a half hour before we should have been home. So I got into a lot of trouble, and my dad had to come. He's like asking me where I am. I have no idea. I was way north. And so, yeah, so he finally was able to find me, but that's how we had to get things done. I mean, I couldn't have found the way back. And it was only later on did I figure out that I went the wrong way. I mean, I knew I went the wrong way, but why that happened. But yeah, so that was fun. That was not a good time.
Remember previes? How we used to
Oh,
yell
yeah,
previes?
TV, totally different than now.
Oh, yeah.
No streaming.
No. You had to wait a whole week or more to get to they would always leave you hanging, and then you'd have to wait a week to see what would happen on the next episode. And we would always yell because our bedtime was what, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there. And we'd watch a show clear up till that time, and we'd think we were so cool yelling previes so we could stay up 3 minutes extra to watch the previes for the next show. Previews.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to tell them what previews are. Not all shows had previews for the next week's show.
Mhm.
And literally from September until May, that was a regular season. That was back in the day when one season, a show would make like what, 20,
At
28
least.
episodes,
Mhm.
because one every week. And then in the summer, they would do reruns.
Reruns.
So there was no, mid season breaks, or there's no uh, when binging, you couldn't binge
Nope.
watch. And going to the bathroom, you had 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Or you would miss part of your show.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it was always funny. somebody made a comment that like in a neighborhood during a Super Bowl, like the sewers would just be flushed like within, when they were having a break or whatever, because everybody would go to the bathroom at the same time. But anyway, and that was before clickers. The youngest had to change the channel. They would tell you to get up. You had to have a
Oh,
knob
yeah.
on the TV.
You had to adjust the antennas sometimes.
Sometimes I had to stand there during a football game so my dad could see. You had three channels, four if you were lucky.
Mhm.
You had NBC, CBS, and ABC. Then, if you were lucky, you could get PBS to come in.
Mhm.
We only had cartoons on Saturday mornings, like literally from 9 to noon. But all three channels would have cartoons. Um,
What about talking on the phone in that long, long cord?
yes.
If you wanted any privacy whatsoever, you'd take the cord and you'd go around the corner, which wasn't really private, but
Yeah,
it
everybody
felt
could
like
still
it.
hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you only had one phone number. The rich people might have two phone lines, one for the kids, a kid's phone line.
They didn't really have answering machines back then
Yeah.
until
You know,
late 80s.
yeah,
Not
I
really
guess that's
in a
true.
normal household.
Yeah. But yeah, no air conditioning. We did. We were really lucky. We were one of the rare houses on our street that had air conditioning. Like if you I would guess if you had like 10 houses on a street, 3 maybe 4 would have air conditioning. That's how rare it was.
The tornado siren, as far as weather goes, was pretty much your only warning, and if you didn't hear it,
And it wasn't really that good
no.
anyway. We had one go over our house, bounce on the roof of the house behind us, and then literally do the lay down across from us. We called it the dump because people put all their trash there. But then all of a sudden a creek came, so it was a fun place to play. Um, but yeah, that was TV, phones. Um,
You knew your
yeah.
neighbors, like we said.
Oh, you know your friends' phone numbers.
Mhm.
Like I would challenge anyone now. Do you know the people close to you without your phone, without looking? Could you write down right now 3 people's phone numbers? Like I can do my husband's. I think I could do 2 out of my 3 because they have close phone numbers. But beyond that, I couldn't do yours. I don't have yours memorized. But back in the day, we had what, at least 15 people memorized between
Yeah.
our friends and, your parents' work number and your home number. Yeah. What else? VCRs.
Oh, that was a big thing.
Yeah. Bringing movies to the
The
house.
big VHS tapes.
Oh, going to the movies. You would have to call on the phone and they would have a recording of the times. Or you had to wait until Friday's paper and look up. They would have listings of the movie theaters. There was no going on the computer or, yeah, you had to sit there as they ran through. If you're going to go see a movie but it was on their ninth on their list, you had to listen to all the times for this movie, all the times for that movie, all the way down until it's your movie. So you couldn't talk to anybody because if you did, you missed it, you have to hang up, call them back and try it again.
Radio, listening to the radio was a big thing.
Yeah, that's where we got our music. That was before MTV.
Mhm.
We bought albums, vinyls as they call them now.
You used to be able to get one on a cereal box. She doesn't believe me, but you
I
really
don't
could.
remember that.
Like on the back of a Cheerios box, there on the back, you would cut it out and you could play it on your record player and it would play music.
I don't doubt you. I just don't know. I don't remember them.
Let's see. You didn't really, like for us growing up, I'm pretty sure it was the same for everybody, but you didn't really snack. The weekend was the big time for snacks. Other than that, you just pretty much ate 3 meals and
Well,
that's
we
it.
weren't home. I wasn't home. I spent as little time at home as I could.
Well, I wasn't either, but you thought I was in my room reading.
Apparently, she was out riding around.
I was.
But no, like I was, I was always playing with my friends. So maybe a snack after you got home from school, but like during the summer, you're right. You have breakfast, then you're out. I always knew when to come home at noon. That was weird. Nobody called me. We all, I guess, because we all kind of ate at noon. So we would stop playing and then, yeah, weirdly. But then you're gone until dinner time.
Hmm.
So I'd be gone until I saw Dad, who drove a van at the time, or that green car, that
I
Monte
don't
Carlo.
remember.
Didn't you drive the Monte Carlo? The green
Oh,
one?
maybe.
Because it was like a V6. So it was like all this, I got the Chevy Cavalier, which, but you got the, we got I know, poor us. We got hand me down cars. Like when our parents were done with it, they would get the new car and we would get their old. I know, poor us.
I had a yellow Camaro and it would overheat and I would have to go to the back of the car to open up the gas tank and let the fumes come out, not realizing how dangerous that would have been. And when it did that, then you could close that back up and then you could go on.
I don't remember you at the Camaro. I
Yeah,
thought you
yellow
had the
Camaro.
Monte Carlo.
I had that after the yellow
Mm,
Camaro because it quit working finally,
yeah,
totally.
I had the Chevy Cavalier, a white one, 4 door.
Four door. It sounds like a song nowadays. I can't think of what it is.
Okay. So, what was your first car? What did you guys have? I'm talking to the Gen Xers here. So, all you millennials and stuff, because, so many people are watching us now. But no, Gen Xers, what you guys have? And we knew how to change tires.
I didn't.
How do you
I
not
still
have
don't.
to? Oh my God.
I mean, I've seen the steps and people do it, but I've never done it myself. I always had somebody come along and help me. I've never changed a tire.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
The
We
things I'd
pumped our
learn
own
about
gas.
most people do, besides our mother.
Okay,
I
true,
think our mother is a rarity. I think
true.
most people know how to pump their own gas.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. But we were lucky enough that we were little kids during the gas shortage in the 70s. So during the 80s, we didn't have to deal with like gas lines or anything like that. So that was good.
The blizzard of 78.
Yes, it was my birthday, my first birthday party.
I don't
Like
remember
two
that.
people came.
Aw,
They braved it and came and then left early.
no school. And when you did go to school, you did big, huge packets, and that's all you did. They didn't even teach.
That and we had to take all the pictures. Dad took all those pictures of us wrapped up in our snow gear because the snow piles were taller than us. We had to get pictures. Yeah. Speaking of, ask her what she did when on bikes down our hill on our we had a very steep driveway. Very steep.
Um,
Yeah, tell them.
I had just learned to ride a two-wheel bike,
I'm lucky to be here.
and I thought she'd have fun riding the bike down. It seemed enormous when we were little, but it wasn't as
It wasn't
enormous.
long, but it was
Yeah.
steep.
And I put her on the bike. What were you, 3?
I don't
I
remember
don't
this
remember.
actually.
And just
I couldn't
let
tell
her
you.
go, and she went down. She went down the hill on the bike and crashed pretty bad. I got in big trouble for that.
I would hope so. Miss Angel, I didn't do anything.
That's probably the worst thing I did, though.
Okay.
Or, I'm in charge of babysitting, and this one over here gets mad at me because she doesn't want me to boss her around. So she packs this suitcase and she heads out the door because she's running away. And she's walking down the street, and she sees my dad's car, just turns around like it's nothing and comes right back on into the house. This bitch over here.
Yes, my suitcase consisted of Pop Tarts and socks and toys. All the important things.
Well, should we talk about eating since you just talked about that? We were made to eat what was put in
That
front of
was part of
us
Gen X. Yes, you
and
cleaned
how
your
many
plates.
hours you sat there until my mom would even put
I
little
was a
pieces.
picky eater.
She would even put the tiniest pieces of meat inside of like spaghetti. And there she would be picking it out. I don't know how she found it.
You just take your fork and you strain it and put the meat aside. It's not rocket science. Yes, I didn't eat meat. I didn't like meat.
Sorry.
Plus, I mean, screw my story, whatever. Are we not paying enough attention to you?
No, I sneezed. How can you stop yourself from sneezing?
Just don't do it. Anyway, but yeah. But no, Gen Xers had to clean their plate. If you wanted dessert or just in
Just to
general,
get up
all
off,
the starving
just to get
children.
up. Yeah,
Yeah. So I used to sit a lot at the dining room table.
she did. And then later we found out what, but this is actually ingenious. What did you do? It didn't matter to you if you sat there because,
I hid food under the bed.
yeah, very smart. I never would have thought to do that. That was smart. And
Mm.
then what happened, Robin?
Oh, I got ants.
In her bed.
So you live and learn. This
Yes,
is
you
another
do.
thing with Gen X,
Yeah.
you make mistakes, you learn from them. Getting a
What?
tan.
Oh my word,
The
yes.
best when we were growing up.
Baby oil
Yes, lemon juice in your
in your
hair.
hair.
Sun-In, was that what
Yep.
that
That
stuff that
was a
you could
product.
buy? Um,
Baking and baking and baking.
yeah, we had asphalt shingles, so I would go up on the roof of our porch so that I could get it done faster because I would burn like within 10 minutes, so then I'd be done. Of course, my dad got mad and he would take the ladder away, but I would just jump down and it would be fine. But yeah, I found a way to make it shorter. But yeah, baby oil. What else? But that was always in the backyard. Everybody did that.
Having the foil thing like around your neck to get your face, especially. It was
Yeah,
like a billboard kind of thing for science
trifold.
fairs. There you go. Trifold. But it
Yeah,
was foil ish.
yeah, yeah. So that was kind of fun because hardly anybody had a pool. But yeah, but yeah. What else? What other stuff do you guys think of as a Gen Xer growing up? Oh, the big hair, the Aquanet.
Oh,
Um,
definitely the big hair. The
yeah.
big bangs that just stuck right up.
Well, I'm perms. I had to have
Mm,
my perm.
yep.
Yeah. We should try. I'll try to find some pictures of us, and we'll put it in here. See if we have any. I don't think I ever got my hair like super big. I did have that mushroom haircut, real short, but then curly, but hung over like the top of a mushroom, but then real short. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
I think that's,
Now, do you think that's it?
yeah, I
All
do.
right. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. What do you think?
I think we'll have to edit out where I said, well, that we covered everything.